Ahoy there, and welcome back to DohMance Dawn. I'm your host, Luke, he, him, sometimes they, them, and I'm joined by my bosun.
That's a person who works on the ship, right? Like a woodworker or something.
Did you just call her a bozo?
Bosun.
Both are probably correct. Yeah, it's me, Janine. Pronouns are she, they, and I'm also joined by another person who's not Luke.
Who?
I don't know. Maybe they should introduce themselves.
Whoa. Well, whoever you are, oh my god, it's me. I'm Jordan. My pronouns are he, him. I am a co-host on the Shonen Flop podcast, where we read manga that nobody gave a shit about and got canceled by Shonen Jump. And you know what? A lot of those manga, yeah, I also don't give a shit about them.
I mean, we had your co-host on last week, Davey, who
It is.
I made him feel bad.
Can I just say it is so weird when I hear people call him Davey? Because I've always known him as David. So when I hear people say Davey, I'm like, Davey?
Well, it's because he's still in the Navy and probably will be for life.
Is that a piano man?
Yeah, that is a piano man. Yeah,
it's a piano man.
I'm more of a real estate novelist.
Never had time for a wife?
No. Or a son.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could probably work on optimizing your social interaction hypercube using the 12 principles and turn all that time you are in a bar listening to a piano man and get that so you can have 3 wives, 18 children, and 7 cars that are also your children.
But when will I write the real estate novels?
No one knows what a real estate novel is.
Oh, it's a state of mind.
What do we do on this podcast?
We dissect Piano Man, apparently.
See, I think that a real estate novelist is a person who just thinks every house has a bunch of stories in it, even if it's only a ranch.
And you know what? They probably do.
But no, this is DohMance Dawn, the podcast where we talk about Simpsons and One Piece, and then cast contemporary Simpsons characters as newly introduced One Piece characters, vis-a-vis the Japanese episode releases of One Piece.
Yes.
And yeah, we wanted to bring you on because you had never seen this arc before.
So, watching this, I realized that I actually had at the the ending of this, I was so delighted when we got to the final scene of these episodes, because do you know the significance of the final scene of episode
5?
Of episode 5?
Yeah, because it means that we're getting up to there is a castle in the clouds.
No, that's not it. You want to know what it is? So, the final scene of episode 5 is a ship appearing out of nowhere and smashing into
it falls out of the sky.
Falls out of the sky, and it's about to smash into the merry-go. Now, this was the final episode 4Kids ever aired.
No, you're
of their
wrong.
One Piece. Really?
You are wrong. They did Jaya.
You sure?
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
I thought that it ended
Jordan,
with.
I'm afraid that you just made a mint.
I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm gonna check this because I thought it was so funny. Oh no.
You had your
Because I thought that it ended with like the ship crashing down, and then it was like, oh, that's it.
Nope. They did Jaya.
Damn it!
I know.
That would have been
I don't even know what the fuck Jaya is.
It was something that I was originally joking that we were going to do all as one episode. It's the next mini arc before we get into the next big arc. It is going to be bullshit. We may have the same guest on for 2 episodes if I can convince him using Christmas magic.
Ooh.
Yes, it would be my old partner, the Jacob Marley to my Ebenezer Scrooge, Devin.
God, did they really do Jaya? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was so funny. When it was like you were watching, I thought it was the last episode, so you're watching it and you don't know, and then like the fucking ship crashes down and it's like they're all dead.
Jordan, think about this though. Think about where Jaya ends. Don't spoil it for Janine, because Janine has no idea what she is getting into. Like, imagine that being the end point, and then it's like, oh, this is no longer going to show on Cartoon Network.
I mean, look, hold on, because I Googled it. According to the One Piece wiki, this arc we're talking about was the last arc of One Piece dubbed by 4Kids.
Oh, did you have a DohMance, Luke?
No.
This is the part of the podcast everybody loves. People checking their own facts.
That's what I have to edit. This was the last arc that was dubbed. But
keep going. Don't give it up, Luke.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Yo! Here's how the story goes. You find out about a treasure on the Grand Line, there's no doubt. The pirate resides on
L-A-D-Y, Nami's not shy.
For DUI, Nami? Did you say? No, you said L-A-D-Y.
I said L-A-D-Y, excuse me.
No, because I remember... because they just introduce a lot of new territory that they would have to edit out of the 4Kids episode.
Yeah.
Because I remember we got Blackbeard.
We got Blackbeard in the 4Kids dub?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What a terrible idea to dub One Piece for 4Kids. Because like the way I understood it, and you might already know this, where it was like they bought it in like a batch deal without really looking at it, and they were like, oh, this isn't as kid friendly as we thought it was.
Mm-hmm. So I know Funimation started their dub with Jaya initially, and then they went back to it.
Yeah, Funimation definitely went there. It's weirdly hard to find like a list of 4Kids dubs. Because also, the other thing is that they dubbed more episodes than were released.
What?
They dubbed more episodes than were released. Like, it got canceled before they released all of the episodes that they had dubbed. So it's also possible that...
there was no DohMance at all.
Yeah, well... So it's also possible that even though that they may have dubbed past Jaya, but airing on 4Kids, it's the last episode broadcast was still Rocks Fall, Everyone Dies. Or shit falls, everyone dies. Okay.
So no, apparently I have just made up in my memory I will.
Did you Mandela affect yourself?
Yes! Yes! Yeah, if you can, please put in the clip of M. Bison going, yes! Yes!
Who's M. Bison?
Really?
Do you mean N. Bison?
No.
Michael
No.
Bison?
Yes.
From Mike Bison's
Mike
Punch Out?
Bison. Well, no, he's Balrog in America.
Anyways, these episodes initially ran in Japan between January 5th through February 2003. So we are just moving ahead. There was only 2 episodes of Simpsons that ran this time because, post-holiday, post-New Year's stuff makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was The Dad Who Knew Too Little, where Homer hires a detective so he can learn about Lisa, but then he can't afford the detective, and so the detective frames Lisa for crimes. And then The Strong Arms of the Ma, where Marge gets buff after being mugged and then gets into steroids, and it is the author's barely disguised fetish. Like, this season of The Simpsons was just weird, horny Marge.
Yeah. Although I will say this is definitely not bottom of the barrel Simpsons, because I watched these 2 episodes in preparation because I thought that I had to for some reason, and
That's how you get a gold star.
hell yes! Oh, I love those gold stars. But yeah, I will say this is definitely not the worst that I've seen from The Simpsons.
No, and like the scene where Marge catches her mugger and then Chief Wiggum's like, why don't the rest of you get your criminals, is still like one of the great lines. Like, it earns the laugh.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic line.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are so lazy. Oh man, Chief. When The Simpsons is on, there's just fucking when they're like on, there's like nothing like it. They just fucking kill.
New characters that are unlocked include Dexter Colt, Gravedigger Billy, Snow White, the Mugger, Piano Bodybuilder, and Iron Maiden's MC.
Mm-hmm. Not Bruce Dickinson, sadly.
No.
Mm.
And the episodes of One Piece that we are going to be covering.
Hey! There's also Elliot Gould.
There's also Kenny Motel Clerk, Mailman the Flying Giuseppe.
Mailman and Flying Giuseppe are very important.
Well, I hope you found a spot for them in your casting.
I have.
Okay. Titles include Legend of the Rainbow Mist, Luluka Island, and The Old Man Henso.
Inhabitants of Neverland, The Pumpkin Pirates.
A Longing for Home, The Inescapable Pirate Graveyard.
Frantic Struggle, Wetton's Plans, and the Rainbow Tower.
And then the legend begins. To ends of the rainbow. To the end of the rainbow. I messed that up.
Do you want to do another?
Absolutely not. Let's keep going.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, this is one of those things where sometimes they translate things differently with the L's and the R's. So in the anime, they say Rulika sometimes, but also I watch the dub and they say Lulika.
The One Piece dub? I mean, the 4Kids dub?
The Funimation dub. I wish I could find the 4Kids dub.
Yeah, I've only found the last 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
So good. Oh my god.
I mean, the guy who voices Dean Venture apparently shows up as oh shit, I've already forgotten his name. Green Suit, who's initially Vivi's partner in Baroque Works.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name either, but I remember that guy.
He has a strong wife.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. The character, said Luke, realizing that he literally just has a list of all the characters who they have covered on this show.
I can't help you. I can't even remember who we
Mr.
cast
Nine.
as. Okay.
There are a
Mr.
lot
Nine
of
are
characters.
teen Artie Ziff.
Oh my god, that was such a good casting. Thank you for reminding me of how much of a genius I am.
Yeah, because that was a Janine point. So the Marines are being led by Major Pask, who is chasing the Straw Hats, but they end up escaping after Pask accidentally destroys one of his own ships with his immense power. And that's when they head to the island of Lulica, which was Pask's entire plan.
Yeah, kind of seems like a lot of this went all along to his Keikaku.
You're not wrong, though. I mean, we also saw another Marine in the Goat Island arc who was pretty much driving people to an island.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of Keikakus in One Piece.
Mm-hmm. The island features a massive, mysterious tower and a small town, and when the crew heads in, they are ordered to pay harbor fees, and they're like, no, why? Which...
No, they're fucking... First of all, they're fucking pirates.
Yeah. They're pirates until they need to do non-piratey things.
I mean, is this the... I'm pretty sure in this grouping of episodes, Luffy's like, you guys don't know what a pirate really is. And I'm like, no, Luffy, you don't know what a pirate really is.
A real pirate follows their own code.
Yeah, a real pirate is basically a superhero, you know?
A real pirate is an awakened deity who will crush everyone, and that's what Bleach is about.
Yeah. I guess... Is that... It's been
the
so
real
long
Bleach
since
was
I
the
read
friends we made
Bleach.
along the way.
The real Bleach was the 1989 album by Nirvana, as we all know. Yes, yes, yes. The best Nirvana album.
And a man who goes by Professor Henzo asks them if they've seen the Rainbow Mist, and they end up getting lunch with him. And Robin, who has been reading books about the Rainbow Mist for like the past 12 or so episodes, is like, yeah, tell me more about this. Let's talk about this thing.
Thank God she found that book.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do like it. If you're going to do filler like this, they at least build up to this. So it was like, oh, what's this Rainbow Mist thing going to be about?
Yeah.
And Henzo mentions that he lost his friends to the mist. Most of the townspeople dislike him because he serves the mayor, and that is when Philip, the mayor's shitty son, comes in and makes everybody pay taxes, which end up going to fund Henzo's research and the mysterious tower.
Yes.
This is a One Piece episode not about how you need to get rid of fiat currency in exchange for the Bitcoin. This is one about how you should avoid paying taxes because they just go to corrupt government employees.
Yeah, the government. Just, I need those tax cuts and the Fed. And the Fed. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy is Luffy is the ultimate libertarian when you think about it.
No.
Let's not think about it.
I mean, there's libertarians within, like, the strictest definition, then there's libertarians within, oh no, these are how they actually are. I wish I could go and live in the woods, but really I'm just going to spend all my time running several Bitcoin mines.
Oh, of course. Yeah, in the real world, Luffy would have a bunch of Bitcoin mines.
Christ.
Yeah, like the merry-go, you just go to the second level, and it's just filled with hard drives and GPU. You know, like,
we need to save it for AO3.
How'd you know about my fucking fanfic? Oh no.
Hey, I've got fanfic out there about One Piece. you will never find it. So they end up. So Nami, Chopper, and Sanji went shopping, and they get stopped by Link, who is there to collect the taxes that they didn't pay, and he has an Akira Toriyama like Dragon Ball ass suit, and he is also the mayor's grandson.
Yes.
And like Sanji sees the suit seems to be electric and still just tries to hit it and continues to.
I don't know if Sanji really knows what electricity is, which doesn't make sense considering revelations about him later, I think.
Yeah,
yeah. You know?
Yeah. It's, you know, they were trying new things here, and it's wild how things go in Big Trouble in Little Wano.
Yeah, this was I could also tell that this is before the animation budget got much higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a lot of shots standing still, a lot of watercolor images slowly gliding across the screen. You know, like classic 2000s anime stuff, you know?
Yeah, not everything gets to be Cowboy Bebop or a Chainsawman.
Hey man, this look go back and watch Digimon Tamers again. This looks great.
Yeah, Sanji just keeps attacking and refuses to back down, and also won't put down Nami's bags. And just
simp. He's a simp.
I mean, he is.
He is. He literally is.
And then they just run away because it's like, oh, there's literally a guy who has to be generating the electricity for the suit. So
that was fun. I liked that. Yeah, they had to have a dude pedaling on a bike just to generate the electricity. I liked that.
Mm-hmm. Out of the water, a ship that Henzo recognizes appears. It is the Tally Ellison, which vanished over 50 years ago. Henzo has his own like floating cart that he's able to just get into the water, and Luffy and the rest of the crew, except for Nami, Sanji, and Chopper, go back to the Going Merry and like move that over. And as they're like exploring the ship, they find recent signs that people have been on the ship, even though it vanished 50 years ago.
Do you think this was inspired by the Mary Celeste? You know about that?
No.
Oh, it was like, it's one of those like old spooky ghost story stuff where it's like, oh, they found a ship at sea and nobody was on the ship, but everything was just, it's like they were just there.
It's like like a Roanoke.
Yeah, well, Roanoke was solved by the fact that if you went to the Native American population not too far from there, wow, there are a lot of Native kids here who with like blue eyes. Huh. Weird. I wonder what happened.
And also like the indigenous people literally said, yeah, no, they came to us for help and we helped them, and then they kind of realized we knew what we were doing, and so we just let them live with us.
Yeah, no, the natives have always known what happened at Roanoke. The white people just didn't want to listen to the natives. Oh man, isn't American colonialism so much fun?
Not as fun as Ape's Concert, which is sometimes just what they call the Rainbow Mist.
I mean, that I would like to go to an Apes concert. I don't know if I would like to go to the Apes concert, you know?
I mean, I'd like to go and see the Gorillaz in concert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's an Apes concert.
I mean, I guess if you think about it in terms of evolution, all concerts are Apes concerts, don't you think?
The real Apes concert is the friends we made along the way.
Literally, though.
Or you could just go and see the monkeys.
What? Yeah. Remains? But why do that when you can see the gorillas?
That's
You
true.
think the
That's
you
true.
think the gorilla you think the gorillas picked their name as a reference to the monkeys?
Yes, they joke about it in Rise of the Ogre.
Oh hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
I picked up what they put down without knowing. Fuck yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Correct guess.
But yeah, so the crew ends up going into Ape's concert. Nami, Chopper, and Sanji go back to find that the ship they hope to escape to is now missing.
Mm-hmm.
And back in Ape's concert, they see ghosts, an arrow fires, and it turns out that all the ghosts they see are sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Robin still in a position of she can't really do much because we don't know too much about Robin at this point. Is able to like find where the arrow came from, and more of the kids appear, followed by Rapa Nui, the captain of the Pumpkin Pirates, who threatens him with a bomb until he gets all of his friends back. And Rapa Nui got some big ones, some cojones.
Yeah, Rapa Nui is he's got his shit together. Honestly, all things considered,
Mm-hmm.
he's I see why they follow him. He's got fucking guts.
Uh, Henzo, meanwhile, old man Henzo recognizes all of his friends who are still children. They don't believe that he is who he says he is, but he knows how the bomb works because he was the one who made it. And when the kids escape with another smoke bomb, that finally wakes up Zoro, who's been asleep on the ship the entire time, which is wonderful Zoro writing.
Yeah, I mean Zoro is basically his job is basically to get blackout drunk until someone shows up to fight. You know.
Or to get lost.
Yes, yes. The point is he's never where you need him exactly when it would be ideal for him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
He'll get there eventually, but
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I mean, there was that Netflix show where it's like, oh, we're going to send toddlers to do missions while we film them. And
What?
yeah, there's a Netflix show where it's like they give toddlers missions to like go to the grocery store and stuff.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
And
Netflix is fucking out of control.
I think it was like a Japanese show initially.
Mm.
But just like if you gave simple instructions to the crew to handle things, chances are Luffy and Zoro are the least reliable people on the crew at this point.
Yeah, I think.
Sanji is a close third, depending on if he sees a sexy woman.
Yeah, no, I
Or
mean,
any woman.
or yeah, yeah. I think it is amazing that Luffy is even still alive and at this point. You really got to hand it to like Nami basically that they're actually where they are.
Mm-hmm. I think Robin would go at the most likely to get the job done and not get distracted by anything list. Because I feel like Chopper would go on after Sanji, because Chopper is either easily. Ooh.
Oh, true. But also Robin just hasn't been with the crew that long at this point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I was
yeah,
trying to figure out where Usopp falls in. I feel like Usopp is generally more reliable than Sanji at this point.
Usopp.
Unless he gets scared.
Yeah, no. Usopp is. I mean, the general idea in One Piece is the stronger you are, the less you have to give a shit. Mm-hmm. And because like Luffy and Zoro are so strong that they just don't have to give a shit about where they are or pay that much attention. But Usopp's not that strong, so he at least has to have his wits about him on some level.
Yeah. Yeah, Nami would be distracted by treasure or a sail. Chopper, I feel, falls in between Sanji and Usopp.
Yeah.
So it's like Zoro's going to get lost no matter what. Luffy will probably get lost. Sanji's distracted by women. Chopper is essentially a child. And so I feel like it's the most responsible for him. I'd put Usopp and Nami at like similar levels of responsibility, but they also have their things that would.
Well, so here's what the way I think about it. For Nami is like, I mean, she's literally like the best navigator ever. So she will know, she is good at figuring out where to go. Luffy is going to travel in a straight line just because he's like, I know I got to go there, or at least like, fuck it, I'm just going to go in that direction. Like, we see it in these episodes where he's just like, yeah, I don't know, let's just keep going in this direction. I mean, we're not going to go anywhere if we just sit here. Zoro will just try and go in a straight line and wind up in like 20 different directions and have no idea where the fuck he's going.
Oh yeah, we like in the previous arc on Goat Island, he gets lost trying to look for food, finds a ship, and then eventually wanders back, and then the crew finds out that it was just like 5 minutes away, and Zoro's like, I was wandering around here for hours.
Yeah. I love that shit. I fucking love Zoro.
It's wonderful stuff. And so we like flash back to everyone as kids when Rapa Nui was leading them as a pirate, even though his father was a Marine. And Henzo's like, I want to hang out with you, but I'm too afraid. And Rapa Nui's like, you can be our tech guy. And so
you do machines.
Mm-hmm. We can't get into a Ninja Turtle again. So the Weten pirates end up attacking. The kids were out of town at the time. They return to investigate. They end up heading towards Weten's ship, steal it, because all the other ships were destroyed. So Weten chases the kids. They get distracted by another pirate who's on the ship, and then they end up just all sailing into the Rainbow Mist, where the helm of the ship gets destroyed. Henzo's able to knock Weten off the ship, and he promises to save them all later, but then Henzo never saw them again. And that's why he is now 50 years older, and the Pumpkin Pirates never aged.
Or did they?
Mm-hmm.
And, or did they? Bum, bum, bum.
Age is just a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Link finally corners Sanji, Nami, and Chopper, but gets knocked down by a coin that Pask shoots from the shadows, and that's literally all that the harbor tax was. And and he ends up just explaining Ape's concert to all of them, in that Weten wants all of the treasure that's in Ape's concert because there's a whole bunch of ships with treasure there, and that's why Weten is working with Henzo. And we finally get to see Weten, who is now an old as balls man.
Yeah, there was like an interesting dynamic between the Weten pirates or the Weten group and and like the Straw Hats, where it's like, yeah, we hate you guys, but like we're kind of all focusing on something right now. So like, whatever, let's just work this out.
So Henzo has a brief nightmare about going to the beach that makes you old from the M. Night Shyamalan movie Old. Which is generally like pretty traumatic. Like, I think it on a level for kids. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know this is scary, but like on a level for adults, just like gripping or like grappling with that idea of just like, oh, you have literally outaged all of your friends. It's like the movie Jack, but a horror film.
Oh, you mean Henzo? You said Weten, but yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I was confused for a second. Yeah, Henzo has that. That's fuck Weten. Fuck that guy.
Weten has a dream where he just gets old, and none of the kids he wanted to kill will play with him anymore.
Yeah, he has a Weten dream.
Oh my
god. So the Pumpkin Pirates are trying to figure out what they're going to do. They talk to Ian, the pirate who they captured, who lies about having a way to escape. But before they let Ian out, they basically get stopped by it. Ian had tried to be the captain, but he just sucked really bad, which is why they overthrew him.
Yeah, he was just like a dick. Like he was just completely taking advantage of these little kids. making them do everything for him. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. And when they got attacked by a Sea King, they lured it out by putting food onto Wetten's ship, the Tally Ellison, which left the Rainbow Mist, which explains how it got out of there, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Wait, then what happened to the monster?
Suddenly, someone looked under the dock, and there they found a king. But it wasn't a king. It was a
Rock.
sea king.
Oh.
Yeah.
Soon to be Kingtra?
That's
Never
normal.
mind.
Okay, let's
Never
keep
mind.
going.
Yeah. So, Wedden sees that the portal into Ape's concert is open. He wants to go into the mist. Usopp, meanwhile, works to make sure that everyone is fed back in Ape's concert. And Rapa Nui still doesn't want to try and test them. Wedden ends up reaching out to Henzo over walkie-talkies that they have. And he's like, hey, we need rescue. But Rapa Nui hears Wedden, and he gets angry at Henzo for betraying his friends, because he is a child. And that's when the Sea King appears outside and attacks.
I would love it if when they got the transmission, it was just like really fast, like really high pitched and like super fucking fast just because of the time dilation.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you had a tape recorder and just hit fast forward, it was like
It's a mystery communication device.
A rainbow mystery.
Wow, I hate you
Whoa!
both. Let's keep going.
So Usopp explains that Henzo has like put up with a bunch of abuse working for Wetten to try and save his friends, and so Rapa Nui and Henzo end up making up, but not before one of the kids ends up freeing Ian because they're all hoping to leave. Wetten lets the Sea King chase after Nami, and Philip is like, hey, now we can go and use that thing that Henzo made. Hask, meanwhile, ends up just one-shotting the Sea King with a coin, driving it away.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoy how Hask's entire thing is shooting coins.
Yeah, just flicking them.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And looking like Rapa Nui's dad, the Marine.
Yeah, he's definitely his dad.
Mm-hmm. So people start heading into the Rainbow Mist. Wetten dons a flame suit that allows him to attack Sanji and Chopper, who are trying to stop him from going in. Luffy and Rapa Nui just end up walking through the fog of the Rainbow Mist.
I was very confused by this.
Yeah, it's like this hasn't been solid. This has been water.
Is it just like this one area that's like completely solid or whatever, and then you get to the end and Luffy was just gonna fall into the water and drown?
And also, like, we've literally seen a bit where it's, oh no, things will just infinitely loop back and forth in this area. Yeah.
Filler arc.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Oda ain't here today.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It is.
So, now that there's a lifeline in there, Ian shows up threatening Rongo, so he's able to get out of there. And he's just like, I have a boat full of treasure and all these kids in case you do anything. The kids escape. Wedden starts attacking, and on the outside, Chopper ends up going into a rumble ball, and then still gets overpowered because it's like, we really don't care about power levels or anything here. But Wedden sees the rope returns, and that's when Ian comes out in the boat, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you look like your dad." It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, this family, it's fine.
Yeah.
Rapa Nui briefly has a hallucination of seeing his dad before he and Luffy just run towards a bright light that never really gets explained either.
No.
Yeah, it's normally we don't have to say this sort of stuff.
Yeah. Also, I do want to point out, you're a little wrong with Chopper. What happens is I believe he uses the Rumble Ball and then gets attacked so hard that in the next scene he's back into his previous Rumble Ball form, as if the animator forgot that he was in a new form. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm reading off the notes. I normally put more time into editing them, but
Yeah.
it's been a weird week.
I feel you. No problem.
Yeah. So it turns out that the tower that I mentioned like 20 minutes ago is a conveyor belt that was actually set up and will somehow magically get into the exact area that the rainbow mist is in. And so Wen's men start raiding it for treasure, and the pumpkin pirates go to fight them, but they run into uh, Electric Suit Man. Zoro finally is like, "Oh, hey, you have electricity. I bet I can cut that." Somehow, Luffy and Rapa Nui wandering through the mist end up in the supply line, and Weten and Rapa Nui recognize each other, and Weten tries to like drive Rapa Nui into the water. Luffy tries to fight Weten, who are disgracing the idea of pirates. Nika Robin eventually unplugs the electric
That
suit.
was pretty good. I liked that.
Yeah. And Wen's like, all right, screw y'all. I apparently have enough of the treasure, even though he's only been doing this for a bit. He sets the tower to explode. Ian recognizes that he's been betrayed. Rapa Nui saves Luffy from drowning, and then Hinza's like, oh, now Ape's concert is starting to vanish. We have to get out of here. Robin tries to find out how the people who wrote the book on the Rainbow Mist escaped, but that's in another book.
Uh-oh. Yeah, literally, she's like, oh, well, they must have gotten out somehow, and then they get to the end, and it's like, to be continued.
Yep.
Oh, that was
But
pretty good.
yeah. Rapa Nui sees the setting sun, which they had followed before, so they start heading there. Since the Going Merry is still in there, Wen's men agree to help and try and get everybody out of there, but nobody is really able to paddle out for whatever reason. They need a wind to get them out of there, so Rapa Nui and the rest of the Pumpkin Pirates head back to the marine ship so they can blow it up to give the ship a tailwind. Weten, meanwhile, gets back to enjoy his treasure, but Chopper and Sanji show up and kick his ass. The explosion ends up sending out the Going Merry from the portal before it closes. Weten's treasure gets distributed around the town, and that is when Pask shows up, and Philip tries to get him to help because there's bad pirates, and Pask is like, oh, they found this treasure, so technically the Marines, us, get it. And Weten starts to get angry, admits that he is a pirate, and then Pask knocks him out with a single flick. Hinzo recognizes that Pask is his friend Rapa Nui, who is now
What?
old.
What?
Yeah, the explosion sent them 50 years in the past, and they just now decided to fix it's some dumb.
It's like, yeah, no, we were here the whole time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I
had to make the time loop work.
I guess it's like, if they had gotten involved, it would have created a time paradox, and then they never would have gotten sent back in time, and then they would have been stuck. It's, I mean, timey-wimey bullshit. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
It was a good reveal.
Yeah, so they decided to all join the Marines. That way they could arrest Weten.
Yeah.
He and Hinzo are reunited, and then Pask is like, well, I need to arrest you, Straw Hats. But oh no, I can't arrest you and the Weten Pirates at the same time. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Which is also a really good bit.
Yeah, no, I liked that a lot, where he was like, oh no, I don't have time to arrest. Oh no, the Straw Hat Pirates are gonna get away. Oh, it's gonna take me at least a day. Oh man, what if they left in the time that I was away? That would be so bad, and I just have nowhere to go.
And yeah, Henzo patches up the Going Merry because it got damaged in the Rainbow Mist. The townspeople ask Henzo to start making them tech to protect them from the Rainbow Mist. And then it turns out that the person who wrote the books about the Rainbow Mist was Rapa Nui the entire time. And Igaram had the next volume back in Alabasta, which told the rest of the story. And that's when the Going Merry is going and a ship begins to fall from the sky.
Yeah, and everyone dies. And damn, that's crazy that One Piece just ends right there. Wow, what an anticlimactic ending.
Oh no, I can't believe it. Nami, my beautiful love. A ship is going to kill us all. That's my 4 kid Sanji.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I've got
It's
this
booklet.
lollipop. I got this lollipop here.
My
Find it for a
adopted
second.
dad, Zeph, did lose a leg. He always just likes standing on a peg for fun.
I'm Luffy. Yeah, 4 Kids
no.
dub was not great.
The 4 Kids dub got me into One Piece, and look where I am now.
That's not great though.
Gaio.
Whoa. All right, so we have 10 characters to match for the list. So let us get into this thing, y'all. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Somehow I had Atticus's suggestion at the bottom. Up first, we have Rapa Nui Pasqua, one of the few characters in One Piece with or Pasquet, one of the few One Piece characters with a first and a last name.
Wow.
Especially in filler.
I put this guy with Elliot Gould.
Oh, so you're doing a Rodrigo style.
I suppose so.
So I tried to go for 3 of them. Rodrigo style is something that one of our previous guests, Rodrigo, did on accident, where he just tried to cast people from the new episodes for every role.
Yeah, there are so many fucking Simpsons characters, and I'm not like super I'm not as versed in the Simpsons as a lot of other people are. So I watched those 2 episodes you listed, and that's where a lot of my most recent fresh Simpsons knowledge is going to come from, unfortunately.
Fair. Well, I also did old and young castings for characters where that would be relevant.
Gotcha.
So my old Rapa Nui was McGarnagle, and my young one was Rex.
Okay.
Janine, who you got?
Well, I have had I also did 2 different castings, young and old, except I went on extreme ends by casting babies or elderly people, which I would really love it if we just had just like a mix of different ones back and forth, so that we just have like a whole bunch of babies and old people. But anyway, for Rapa Nui in particular, I had Gerald Sampson, also known as Unibrow Baby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Unibrow Baby. Yeah.
And as for my old choice, if that one doesn't strike you, I have Buzz Aldrin.
Interesting. We have not used that famous Rocket Man yet.
What I love about The Simpsons is that there'll just be like all these characters with crazy names, and then like Elliot Gould, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, people that you know.
Oh, my Rodrigo style was Dexter Colt, the detective. I really like Buzz Aldrin. Oh no, shit. Fuck. I deleted my There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. They make it so easy to accidentally delete buttons.
Yo ho.
Pere, 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 pere. Pere, 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 pere.
We also got a listener suggestion from King Atticus, who suggested Lucius Sweet. Out of these, I'm really liking Buzz Aldrin.
Okay.
Jordan, are you willing to go with Buzz Aldrin?
I'm willing to do that. And okay, yeah. I also have to Google image search a lot of these Simpsons characters. So Lucius Sweet is Simpsons Don King, it looks like. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Next, we have Ahsoka, the female member of the Pumpkin Pirates. I had two suggestions, or I have three suggestions again. My old one was Tita Ballerina, just because I was trying to look for someone with pink hair. My young one was Donna, who was one of the bad girls who Lisa tried to hang out with. And then my Rodrigo style was Snow White.
Okay.
Janine, who do you have?
I have Sophie Kristofsky, Krusty's daughter, and I have Grandma Van Houten.
Ooh.
Sophie has weirdly become a reoccurring character in recent Simpsons.
Really? You mean like season 30, whatever?
Yeah, they replaced her with Russian doll. Natasha Lyonne voices her now instead of Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay.
Jordan, who do you have?
Oh, I didn't. I was having trouble with this one because I have a limited memory of The Simpsons. I guess old Isuka would work for Sonia in the Rodrigo-ized pics, you know.
Fair. I'm going to push again for Donna, who has the punk vibe. And Ahsoka was also the one who was like, hey, no, we shouldn't trust Ian. He sucks. Also, pink hair.
Yes.
I don't want to Ooterpile, but I kind of want to Ooterpile.
Because you think there's going to be another cool looking girl with pink hair.
Because I hope there's going to be another cool looking girl with pink hair.
Oh, there will be. And she is a goth.
Of course.
You know, you convinced me. I'm going to just throw away Sonia. Because there's more buff women.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
The contest.
Get rid of that.
Janine, are you good with throwing away Sonia?
Sure.
All right. Up next, we had Pakal, who is the more hirsute fellow of the team. And who did you have, Janine?
I have, for my baby choice, Fat Baby.
Fat Baby, nice.
And for the old choice, I have the owner of Crazy Clown Airlines.
Jordan, who do you have?
So you know that like that one kid who hangs out with Nelson, who's like actually got like a bald head. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about Kearney?
I might be talking about Kearney.
I forget if we've used Kearney or not. We've been doing this for so long.
Surprisingly.
We have not.
Whoa.
I feel like he is a Uter pile of a person. If there were
What
any.
do you mean by Uter pile? I'm
You
not
know
sure what you...
Uter from The Simpsons. The fat German kid?
Oh! Yeah, I think so.
So we use I think Janine invented the term Uter pile because I have some characters who I want to hold on to for very specific roles.
Yeah.
And so Janine says that they go into the Uter pile.
Gotcha.
Named after one of the characters that we had arguments on that I wanted to use for some characters, but couldn't because they were too valuable, even though I can argue that they are pretty nothing characters.
Yeah. So my Rodrigo style was Elliot Gould.
I see that. Visually, I could see that. That was my initial call, but I felt like Rapa Nui fit him more in my...
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're
words.
free to double dip. My old suggestion was Guillermo, who is a nuclear plant employee. Mr. Burns knows who he is, but did once mistake his son Ronaldo for his son Rolando at one point. My young suggestion, and are y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? Boom, 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 boom. Yes.
Bobby Hill.
Is that
from King of the Hill?
Is that you could do that?
He shows up in The Simpsons.
When?
Oh.
It is when Bart is on the Pee Wee football team.
Okay. I see what we're doing here.
All right. Bart Starr, he is on the football team along with Hank, Peggy, and Luann. They all show up because Hank is like, we drove 2,000 miles for this because Springfield plays Arlen.
Wow.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, I guess everybody's been on The Simpsons, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, like season 30 they had an opening where they just brought in all of the animated characters from shows that had lasted more than a few seasons since they started for a couch gag.
Okay.
But yeah,
a lot of the recent Simpsons stuff seems to just be victory laps.
I mean, it's something that I think's earned.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like you go for that long, it's like, yeah, I guess you could do that. It's not my favorite Simpsons when you do that, though.
Mm-hmm. So who are y'all feeling for Cal? I feel like we could do Elliot Gould.
What if Elliot Gould just played every single character in this list? What if Elliot Gould? Yeah.
Oops, all Gould.
Oops, all Gould. You know what? He's a good enough actor. I think he could pull all this off.
I mean, that would save us a lot of time, but I feel like that would be crimes.
You know what, though? Since I have this new information, you know what? Chris Griffin.
Chris Griffin has not shown up at the show at this point.
They had at this point, I see.
That's how it works.
Oh, I see. All right.
That's why we say contemporary.
Okay. All right. Never mind then.
Yeah.
There have been times. That is why we have had Sexy Cat Marge watch.
Mm-hmm.
Have we ever seen Barney as a kid?
Yes, we've seen High School Barney.
As like a little kid, though.
Oh, as a tiny, tiny child, no, because Homer didn't know him back then.
Oh, I see. Huh. Well, then you know what? Barney as a kid in high school. He's got a Barney-ish figure.
You know what? I kind of feel that too.
Yeah. It's kind of dumb, kind of a nice guy. I think. He doesn't have too many lines.
We have not used any Barneys so far.
Wow.
I mean, Barney is the character you want to hold on to.
I get it.
I could do Teen Barney here, though.
As opposed to Elliot Gould.
I mean, Elliot Gould could be any of these characters, so let's just go ahead and put it on the books right now that Elliot Gould is going to be a suggestion for the rest of these characters for Jordan's part.
For every... not just mine, going forward. Shadow...
we can only use
actor.
Elliot Gould once.
So whenever it does come up and Elliot Gould is perfect, even if Jordan's not on the show, Jordan gets the point.
Yes!
That's what the show is. This is Calvin Ball.
I like the way you think, Janine.
Hell yeah.
I think that's intelligent. Yes, I think it's a very intelligent decision. I support it.
That's Jordan's Gould.
I love it. Yes. As good as Gould.
As good as Gould.
All right, I'm adding... Excuse me, I just added a new column after Picao, and also on Picao, that's column H now, as good as Gould.
Yes.
Where Elliot Gould is now a suggestion on here. Once again, though, I return to Picao. We need to figure out Picao.
I'm still feeling Teen Barney.
I want to throw down for Teen Barney.
You know what? I'll let y'all have your Teen Barney.
Yes.
We then have Rongo, the toe-headed member, who age does not hit him well.
No. Whoa. Was William H. Macy on The Simpsons at any point before this episode? Or maybe Steve Buscemi?
Buscemi was not. He does appear in a few seasons.
I knew he had to be on here at some point.
William H. Macy has not appeared yet.
Wow. Yet. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
He does not appear for another 3 years.
Whoa.
Wow, that's sooner than I thought, too.
Oh. It fits that they're Steve Buscemi and William H. Macy appear in similar time periods because one time I couldn't remember William H. Macy's name, so I was just like, that guy who looks like a fusion of Willem Dafoe and Steve Buscemi, and everyone knew who I meant.
So I have my 3 suggestions along with as good as Gould, Elliot Gould. My Rodrigo style is Kenny, who is just a very bit part. I believe Kenny, Kenny.
Omega?
Kenny just has one line. I also had, for my older Rongo, Lisa's Nightmare Ralph Wiggum, the one where she's married to Ralph and has a lot of kids. Oof. And Ralph just works at a fast food job. My young pitch is Wesley Wiggum, which is Lisa's son who has to fetch Mama's prod and stick for her.
Oh, geez. Oh, jeez.
Dark Times. Janine, who do you have?
Ooh, I have for my baby pick Krusty's son that he doesn't acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And the script coach that was helping Rainier Wolfcastle with Up and Adam, Up and at them.
And who do you have, Jordan?
I have the Mailman, another Rodrigo style pick. He's yeah, just
he
kind
gets
of a
trapped
bit
under a
part,
car.
gets trapped under a car, able to put up with a lot in the line of duty, you know.
All right. So I like Script Coach. I think Script Coach is fine. I feel like Rongo probably covers up his very bald head with the marine hat. Jordan, are you good to go with Script Coach?
I'm good with that.
All right. We then have Akibi, who...
Man, these pumpkin pirates are just very forgettable.
Yeah.
Like, I know they mapped them out with, like, all of their own personalities and whatnot, but, like, if you did not provide me the visual guide, I would not have, like, remembered who either of them were from each other.
Yeah, Akibi, in my casting, is just... he's one of the Marines that Marge beats the shit out of in the Strong Arm of the Maw episode. Yeah, just like one of the dudes who's doing like the Popeye walk.
So Janine, who did you have?
I have Mall Santa Boy, a boy that was with Santa in the episode Simpsons over an open fire, I think. And for my old choice, I have Jake the Barber.
Always trying to push Jake the Barber.
He's a really old character. And so we just keep on running into old people.
So my Rodrigo style was the motel clerk, who I think fits the part. The As Good as Gould was Elliot Gould. The old choice that I had was Boat Hippie number 2. And then my young one was Sydney Swift, who is in the Genius. He has shifty looking eyes. I think he looks similar to Akibi.
But can he emote like Elliot Gould can?
I mean, are we already going to be ending As Good as Gould here?
No.
I mean, if we did, we have to name the episode As Good as Gould.
I mean, I'm fine to do that.
No, because I think the next character is the best Elliot Gould.
I like Sydney Swift the most. And I realized I forgot to open up a group chat. So let me drop some Sydney Swift on y'all.
This Discord or...
Yeah, I will put it into Discord. Y'all been Sydney Swifted.
Oh man. Maybe another option would be John Waters. Did that episode happen already? The one.
Yes, that episode did happen.
He's got the pencil mustache.
You forget we picked the best possible character for John Waters.
Who?
Mr. Tubon Clay.
You're right. That is better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Going in here thinking that we hadn't found John Waters.
I figured you probably did, but you know.
Janine, how do you feel about Sydney Swift?
I can go with Sydney Swift.
All right.
Yeah.
Up next, we got Henzo. I didn't feel like putting in a photo of young Henzo because he's always just an old crotchety man. My As Good as Gould pick is Elliot Gould.
Yes, mine too.
My Rodrigo style is the mailman, and my old man pick is Mervyn Monroe.
I'm assuming you already picked somebody for Frank, somebody way better than Henzo for Frank.
We haven't picked a Frank yet.
Oh my god.
Well,
To be honest, I do have Frank as one of my picks for this character because I think that Frank's just not that good of a character.
That's fair.
He's a Jerry Lewis shtick in 2002. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I think that's totally fair, yeah.
Wow.
Brutal.
Wow.
Brutal.
Yeah. So you have Professor Frank, Janine. Who is your other one?
Thomas Edison.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Thomas Edison too, because fuck Thomas Edison.
We do like to dump bad people on the filler episodes sometimes, right?
We do.
Right on. Yeah. Has Henry Ford ever appeared in The Simpsons?
I don't think so. I'm good to go with Thomas Edison, so we have a consensus there. I mean, we used Kid Rock, right? Yeah. I forget if we did.
Yep, Henry Ford.
Henzo would not be my Kid Rock pick, though, if that's...
Yeah, no, I was just trying to remember. I think Kid Rock came up, but we decided not to use him. All right, so no. Thomas Edison is our Henzo.
Oh! Henry Ford was mentioned in the episode that Elon Musk paid to be on.
Oh my god!
No! Of course. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot, like, we were talking about how he paid to be in Iron Man, and I was like, wasn't there one more thing he did that with? Wasn't there? And yeah, it was the fucking Simpsons.
Oh yeah, also Rick and Morty.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, next we have Flip/Philip, the mayor's son. He mainly is a mustache. The as good as Gould pick is Elliot Gould. I just had one for this guy. I had the Flying Giuseppe.
I think that works. It was
Jordan, who do you have?
For me, it was a toss-up between the mailman and Flying Giuseppe.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the idea of, like, yeah, you can kind of go back and forth there. I think Flip might fit the mailman more just because of See, now I have to justify my answers, and that's kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until you have to just say the Flying Giuseppe has a mustache. That's Flip's most important characteristic.
I'll give you that, and he fails a lot, or he's funny a lot. He's goofy and hurts himself.
Janine, who do you have?
I have the original director of the IRS. A casual thing you can just say out loud. And Alec Baldwin.
So I'm Googling, or I am searching the original or regional
director
of okay, that's
I heard that wrong too. Yeah. So what's y'all's favorite Simpsons episode?
We don't talk about this because we like The Simpsons, Jordan.
Okay. Yeah.
We talk about it because we got cursed by me.
See. Oh my god, that is true.
In my brain.
That's fair.
That's not to say that I don't like The Simpsons. I have favorites.
Mm-hmm. I just have a hard time picking what a favorite would be because of how I have consumed The Simpsons. Regional director of the IRS is a I'm seeing
Yeah.
that face, and yeah, that's the bit where Homer has the regional director of the IRS, Lovejoy, and his old drill sergeant come to dinner, and then the Greyhound puppies ruin it.
Lisa's substitute.
Bergstrom,
Yeah.
is that a third one?
No, that's just I just came to my head what was my favorite Simpsons episode.
Oh,
Mm.
Lisa substitute?
Yes.
I got bad news, Janine.
What?
You are Lisa Simpson.
Son of a
Bum
bitch.
bum bum. I mean, at least that's when Lisa was written more well. Yeah, I like regional director of the IRS, and I also like the Flying Giuseppe.
Yeah, I'm gonna ditto Flying Giuseppe.
I can do Flying Giuseppe.
More I think about it, yeah.
Okay. We then have Lake, who was voiced in the dub by a shitty man.
Oh, what was it? That the Edward Elric guy.
I don't know. I don't remember who voiced him. No, it's what's his name, who got caught not wearing pants in interviews recently? Or is
Whoa.
that someone
What?
else? Uh Vic McNugget.
That's who I was talking about. Yes.
Oh, I just haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist in years and forgot who.
Well, you know, maybe stick to the sub.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's nice about when the English dub actors do bad shit. There's a sub.
There is. You just have to be ready to read. I know I'm going to do that for the third season of Mob Psycho 100 because don't break unionization efforts by refusing to even have a meeting with a character or with a voice actor.
Oh, that's upsetting. Well, I'll stick to the subs anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Janine, who do you have for Lake?
Well, much in the same vein like last one, it's going to be kind of a really weird, vague one, and then a kind of a really specific one.
Mhm.
The first one is Electrician. He cuts up the Simpsons' house when Homer fakes his death.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is Woody Allen.
Speaking of shitty guys,
Jordan, who do you have?
for Lake,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring back my old friend the mailman. I want to get him in there at some point. You know, Lake gets fucked up, he gets attacked and stuff. You know, he deals with some pain,
Mm-hmm.
and he handles his duty. You know, he's still there. He doesn't give up.
Fair. Our as good as Gould pick is Elliot Gould. And then my Rodrigo style was the Iron Maiden's MC. My actual pick was Josh, who is Krusty's nephew, who is both a ginger, beats people up, and has limited moral scruples.
Krusty's buggy, right?
No.
Whoa.
Sideshow Bob.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes you think, what the fuck am I gonna do with Krusty now?
Oh, we're getting to him soon.
What
we're
the
getting
fuck?
to my big pick. Yeah.
I still think I would have gone buggy with Krusty.
How often does Krusty try and kill Bart?
I don't know. I just feel Buggy. The thing is that Buggy eventually is just so goofy. I mean, I guess Sideshow Bob is too, but like, I don't know.
He's been in a Christmas episode, man.
I see why. I guess it's just Buggy is like too much of a fuck up to me.
Sideshow Bob is a massive fuck up.
Yeah, like he is a classically trained actor who is working as a sidekick to a clown.
Yeah.
He isn't even doing that anymore. He just completely fails to kill a child.
He's a failed serial killer.
Oh, then
were you thinking of Sideshow Mel?
Does this mean that Krusty is Whitebeard? Is this what you're doing?
Words to me right now. I don't even know what that means.
I mean, is there a massive figure who loves to be surrounded by alcohol and women?
Okay, yeah, all right.
Is there a shortage of people that fit that description in Springfield?
But no, I see. No, I see. Yeah, I get you. All right.
It's all according to Kinku.
All according to Kinku. All according to Kinkos.
But yeah.
Only 90s kids will get that reference.
Now they'd be like, I believe you mean all according to FedEx, Kinkos?
Yeah, that pissed me off when I saw that. Well, no, now it's just like FedEx something else. Like I think they straight up got rid of Kinkos there. I
don't know. All according to FedEx, Kinko-man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pushing for Josh. Redhead, family ties, beats people up.
All right. I'm still going mailman, but I can respect the Josh.
Janine?
I gotta be honest. I was really hoping that this was going to be the rock I was going to be able to tie around Woody Allen to throw him into the river.
Oh, there's going to be much more shitty people, Janine.
Yeah, you want to save Woody Allen for some real.
I really don't want to save Woody Allen.
We can put Woody Allen in the lowest level of the hell prison.
Yeah, you want to save him for more torment, is what I mean.
Yeah. Like, all things considered, Lake gets off easy.
Yeah, Lake's kind of...
We don't even get a resolution to him. His dad just gets arrested.
Yeah, it kind of seems... Grandpa. Everybody just randomly disappears, and then the Rainbow Mist magically shows up and takes out all the bad guy's house and stuff, just very conveniently.
He's been the mayor for 50 years now, and like everybody... There's like people there that like lived their life only knowing this person as nothing but the mayor, and they're watching him just get like arrested.
Hell yeah.
The
mayor. Oh, he's Mayor Quimby. There you go.
I mean, that's not when. This is still Lake.
Yeah, I know.
We're so close.
Right.
I can go mailman.
All right, I'll let you all have your mailman.
Yeah. I mean, when the hell else are you going to use the mailman?
When we get to people who actually deliver the fucking mail.
We really didn't, though.
We then have Wetton. I have two suggestions. Also, I have realized that I'm actively influencing the search engine on the Simpsons wiki, because I went to a page and it's like, oh, it's saying that people who look at this page go and look at pages for 3 of my other picks. So, as good as Gould is Elliot Gould, my Rodrigo style is Gravedigger Billy, and my young one is William McDougall II, who is one of Willie's relatives.
So I'm guessing did you already use Mayor Quimby for something?
Ooterpile.
I think that's fair. I had him.
We have used Freddie Quimby.
I had him as either Dexter Colt or Gravedigger Billy. I think young Wetton could work for Dexter Colt.
I feel like Dexter Colt has a bit too much law and order in him. I mean, Wetton's got full body tattoos.
Yeah.
And also tramp stamp.
Wait, framing people for crimes isn't...
Yeah, I wouldn't say that Dexter Colt is law and order. He's kind of the opposite. Yeah. Doink doink.
Janine, who do you have for Wetton?
I have famously Uterpiled several times now, Fidel Castro.
We'll get him one day.
As well as Mr. Costington.
I'm good just going Gravedigger Billy here.
Yeah, I'm good with Gravedigger
You
Billy.
just love your Fidel Castro, don't you, Luke?
I do, and I'm not afraid to say it, Janine.
I would like to point out, I just noticed the Simpsons wiki, it's got like little snow falling.
Which Simpsons wiki are you on?
SimpsonsWiki.com. Right, there's probably like 10 Simpsons wiki.
Oh yeah, there's also the fandom. There's the fandom Simpsons wiki. That's the one that I am actively influencing. Because it's like, oh, Sydney Swift, others like you also viewed Dexter Colt, Ethan Foley, and Groundskeeper Willie's father, William McDougall II. Last we have Ian. Fucking Ian. Jordan, who do you have for Ian?
I had... originally, I had the Flying Giuseppe for Ian. Maybe Elliot Gould.
Janine, who do you have for Ian?
I have Prisoner 2F21. This is the prisoner that grabs Martin Prince during the Springfield Elementary tour of the prison.
Oh, no. You know what? The Mugger. The Mugger is Ian for my pick.
Did you have another suggestion, Janine?
Bono.
Well, our as good as Gould suggestion is Elliot Gould. My Rodrigo style, and the only other one that I had was the Mugger. Also, this guy looks like one of the pirates from Venture Brothers. And I'm not sure if it's just because he's a kind of generic pirate guy with sideburns.
He's kind of a generic pirate guy with sideburns is the problem.
Yeah. I feel like we... do we want... I don't know if I want to continue on the Elliot Gould bit. I also think that
you don't gotta continue it. You don't gotta
Jordan,
continue it on.
A bit without dedication is not worth doing.
Maybe the bit is not worth doing.
Jordan, it's a bit. All bits are worth doing. Otherwise, it's not a bit.
I suppose a Bitcoin isn't worth doing.
Jordan, I have a question to propose to you.
Yes. Well, the answer is Marge, as evident in the next line of that song.
Do you think that Marge also let the dogs out?
At least once she did.
Fair. All right. Janine, where do you stand on the Elliot Gould versus Mugger dilemma?
Oh, a very famous philosophical question.
You see, in Stanford University, they divided a group of students up into two groups: the Muggers and the Elliot Goulds.
Oh no! the Gould prison experiment, as they call it.
Well, I can say with confidence that I'm willing to keep up an Elliot Gould bit, like, as far as it could take us, but if we do want to retire it and have the episode be as good as Gould and have a nice capstone to everything, I would say Elliot Gould.
I'll give you that.
It will save me from having to do another button.
Yeah, Yeah, let's go with Elliot Gould as Ian. Yeah. I think that fits.
Good as Gould.
The Goulden Girls.
What's that a reference to?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So.
but wait a minute. What about Gould Roger?
No, our Gold Rogers Jebediah Springfield.
But oh, okay. That's fine. That's a good pick.
Also, it's pronounced Goldie Roger.
Well, not according to 4Kids.
Running through those names, our Rapa Nui Pasque is Buzz Aldrin, our Ahsoka is Sonia, our Pakal is High School Barney Gumble, our Rongo is the script coach, our Akidi is Sydney Swift, our Hinzo is Thomas Edison, our Flip/Philip is the Flying Giuseppe, our Lake is Mailman, our Wetton is Gravedigger Billy, and our Ian is Elliot Gould.
It's a good list.
It's crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and horse Jesus too. This one got away from us. I feel like there's going to be a lot of bonus content that I just cut out of this episode.
And that's okay. I mean, I'm sorry for your editing job.
It's fine. I'm the one who has to edit. Yes. So, where can you be found online, Jordan?
Oh, well, you can find me with my podcast, Shonen Flop. That's on Twitter at Shonen Flopcast. Just go on any of your favorite podcast apps, type in Shonen Flop. You'll find us. Or you can go to shonenflop.com. And yeah, that is we're even on YouTube. Listen to us. We're pretty fucking good. We had Luke on as a guest.
Talking about sexy bug people.
Damn right we did. Damn right.
Can't wait to come back on again for no particular reason. I'll just pop in while you're recording and be like, hey, we can do that. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Janine, where can you be found online?
That's a funny situation about that. So I deleted Twitter. You can't find me there. I'm still testing out other social media sites to find out what is good. Until then, definitely find me on Instagram on Janine is Dope. And my Tumblr got deleted. Ha!
No.
I'm not really quite sure why, but you can be able to follow the new one there, Fuchsia City Girl. And aren't we also on Tumblr, Luke?
Yes. But this is the part where I say where I can be found, because I'm online most places as at Coltreg. That's KOLTREG, except for Instagram, where my Instagram is QSANDTANCIRS, which stands for Questions and Tanswers, which is a really obscure reference to the X-Out podcast that I used to do. You can find more of my stuff at lukehair.com.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Mike Patton at Patton_pending on Instagram and Twitter. He does our Loverly covers, and you can hire him to do work for y'all.
Loved his work in Faith No More. Also, you check out my website, jordanforbes.art.
Is that where you post your Jordan Forbes art?
Oh, it's where I posted all the oil paintings I've done.
Nice.
Yeah. I have an art degree. Yeah!
I do. No, I technically have a Bachelor of Science, I believe. But I went to art school.
Hell yeah.
I dropped out of community college 3 times. Just to make sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you just gotta make sure that it's finally gone. I respect that.
If you want to respect us, you can visit our website at DohMance Dawn, DohMance.com, which will bring you to our Tumblr. We are also at DohMance, DohMance on Twitter, and we'll usually post links to our Discord there, or get in touch. I believe I have the dohmancedawn@gmail.com email that you can contact us. Yes, I do, but I have gotten no emails there. Ooh, and Mike just sent me the cover for episode 21, so I need to edit that. Thank you for listening. I hope that when this comes up, you have all had a happy holiday, and I believe we will technically be in the new year.
Whoa.
So, this is a message from the past. But isn't every message?
Gonna take you back to the past to watch the shitty filler that doesn't suck ass filler.
Next time, we're getting to Jaya. We're going to have like 20 characters to match, and if all things work well, we'll have my old co-host Devin on.
Is that with the springy boy, Jaya?
It is.
Hell yeah.
Luffy 2, the sequel to Luffy.
Yeah, right? Isn't he like he's like Luffy's, he's Bizarro Luffy.
He's Luffy's brother.
Oh, you mean Ace? Yes.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm bullshitting. Yeah, Janine has no idea what we're talking about.
That's
I really don't. It just sounds like noise.
Good,
yeah,
good. That's fine.
People are going to get drunk, and I will drop a pitch for a character who will actively make Janine angry that I am suggesting it, but it will also be the best character choice possible.
Listener, that makes me really excited to listen to next episode. I don't know about you. I'm definitely tuning in for that one.
Until next episode, safe sailing, and remember, the people who love and treat you the way that you wish to be treated are the true treasure.
Bye!
Yo!
I accidentally closed everything.
Okay.
Were you trying to join in the search?
The search for the One Piece document.
The search for the 4Kids One Piece episode list.
Yeah.
It's the name of the Wikipedia entry.
It's the online. Yeah, that's where I was going.
On America Online. Log into One Piece.
Log into One Piece. Keyword One Piece.
Keyword One Piece. I love that.
AOL keyword One Piece.
Yeah. Oh.